Have you ever been perusing the internet and come across something that made you stop and wonder, wait, is this even okay to talk about? Today we'll discuss a hot topic on the internet, Serena Williams's bikini photos, which some people say are inappropriate even for adults. Stay with me before you make any judgments because there is much more to this story than what is being said. This movie will give you a completely different viewpoint on this topic, so make sure to watch it through to the conclusion. Serena Williams doesn't need to be introduced. She is one of the greatest athletes of all time, a tennis legend, and an inspiration to millions of people around the globe. However, her bikini photos have been the subject of numerous online discussions recently, with some individuals claiming that they are inappropriate or excessively sexual. Now let's take a little rest. Why are we even talking about this? When a top-tier athlete's personal style has nothing to do with her incredible achievements, why do people care so much about it? Today, we'll be exploring that very subject. First, let's set the scenario. Serena Williams is not just a talented tennis player, but also a global celebrity. She has won multiple titles, broken records, and paved the way for women in sports. In addition to her career, she is a mother, an entrepreneur, and an inspiration to others. Like everyone else, she has a personal life, and sometimes that includes sharing photos from her travels or photo shoots. She was just having fun and feeling good about herself when she took the aforementioned bikini photos. How many of us haven't taken pictures at the beach or on vacation while wearing swimwear? It's a normal part of life. But because Serena is so famous, these pictures have sparked debates over what is and isn't appropriate. This brings us to a big problem: the double standards in our culture. Women, particularly those in the spotlight, are continuously criticized for their bodies and the way they choose to present themselves. Men are rarely criticized to the same extent, though. Why is that? Why are women held to such unachievable standards, even when they are simply going about their lives? Serena's predicament is a great example of this double standard. She is a woman who has dominated the sports industry, inspired generations, and dismantled obstacles. Instead of celebrating her achievements, though, some are debating whether or not her bikini photos are appropriate. That is frustrating, isn't it? Instead of celebrating her as the legend that she is, the conversation now centers on something that has nothing to do with her abilities or character. Let's talk about the role that social media has in all of this. Social media has given everyone a platform to voice their opinions, but it has also promoted a culture of denunciation and criticism. Once an image goes viral, thousands of people can begin dissecting it. People decided to focus on Serena's bikini photos because they wanted to, not because she did anything wrong. This raises an important question. Where should we draw the line? When does voicing one's opinions turn into a privacy violation? Serena Williams didn't want to be this famous. She was simply living her life until all of a sudden she was expected to perform at a higher level. It serves as a reminder of the harm that can result from using social media to humiliate or degrade others. Now let's zoom out to look at the larger scene. This isn't just about Serena Williams and her swimsuit photos. It has to do with how women are viewed and treated in our culture. It has to do with the constant pressure to conform to established norms and our unreasonable expectations of them. Serena Williams has achieved more in her career than most people could ever aspire to. She is a trailblazer, a champion, and an inspiration. But more than her accomplishments, people are curious about what she wears in her private life. It serves as a sobering example of our priorities. So why is this significant? Why should we worry about what is being said about Serena Williams's swimsuit photos? Because it affects not only her, but all of us. It has to do with the signals we are sending to young girls and women. It has to do with the culture we're cultivating, which values women's appearance over their achievements. When we have conversations like this, we are perpetuating a cycle of judgment and condemnation. Women are being informed that regardless of what they do, they will always be judged by how they look or dress. It's also unacceptable. If you found this video was thought-provoking, please remember to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Let's spread the word and talk about what really counts. To ensure you don't miss any interesting content, click the subscribe button and turn on notifications if you haven't already.